making Dillon Brooks the scapegoat, but whoever put that language and approved that language in the tweet, yeah, that person wants to make Dillon Brooks the scapegoat. The reality is the Grizzlies have other problems besides Dillon Brooks. And whether they choose to bring him back or don't choose, or, whatever it may be, I can't remember a time in my now 17 years, either being in the NBA or covering the NBA, where we're in the second round of the playoffs, the day of a game where two of the greatest players ever are getting ready to square off, and we're just tweeting out things for engagement. Like, is that where we're at? Is that where, actually, you know what? I'd be willing to bet that language didn't come from the Grizzlies. Look, this is the problem. This is the problem, right? It's agenda-driven media. I have a problem with it. The reality is Dillon Brooks hurts them offensively. If you want to go in another direction, that's fine. That is fine. Do the antics, did that hurt them? I actually don't know. I don't know how much that hurt them. There's other problems in roster construction, guys being out. Like, there's other issues besides Dillon Brooks and him poking a bear. The entire culture around that team has changed a lot in the last 2 years. I actually remember this. When I was in the bubble, there were two teams that had FU written on their forehead walking around. You see them at the hotel, you see them at practice, you see them at games. There were two teams that I was like, oh, these guys actually want to be here. And it was the Memphis Grizzlies and the Miami Heat. The culture has changed a little bit. There is semantics. Is Dillon Brooks the only one that's a part of that? Like, to me, he's not the scapegoat. And whoever agenda it was to tweet that out, I got a problem with that. And if you ask Dillon Brooks' teammates, they ride with him. They ride with him. It's okay to go in another direction. I don't understand why you have to kick a guy while he's down. For engagement? Really?